Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and happy Friday. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I am showing you my Prepper Pantry haul of the week. We do this every Friday if you're new here. Today's video is extra special because it is in collaboration with my good friend Tiffany over at Small Town 6. I will have all of her information linked down in the description box. She does so many awesome videos on her channel and I know you're gonna love her. Just make sure you tell her that I sent you. And if you are coming from Tiffany's channel, hi, hello, my name is Tori. I am a wife, mother of two, and we live in beautiful northern Colorado, and we like to make videos all about life here on a budget. Saving money, grocery hauls. I love to garden. We are trying to build a small little homestead here on our 1 acre lot, and we are doing it on a budget. So if you're interested in that type of content, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you are alerted every time we upload, which is usually 4 to 5 times a week at this point. So today I do have a Prepper Pantry haul, and if you're new to this lifestyle, it's essentially putting food back in case of emergency. That emergency is specific to the family. We have many emergencies that we would be stocking up for. Job loss, inflation, the state of the world. Honestly, there are so many things, the list can go on, and I like to take my preps beyond the rice and beans that you typically see. Of course, I am still stocking up on those items, but I like to think outside of the box. So this week we stopped at my local farm stand, so we got a few goodies there, and then we also went to Sprouts just because they are relatively close to one another. Usually I'm stocking up at Walmart or Target or my local Kroger clearance, but we stock up in a variety of ways. We have long-term food storage, and we typically do that in Mylar bags. We do vacuum sealing in glass containers. We do 5-gallon buckets. We try and freeze dry things, dehydrate. And then we also have our regular Prepper Pantry. So that's backups of beans and rice and your typicals, flour, sugar. There's just about everything in that pantry, and we cycle through it. So it is a working pantry. We are constantly cycling through it. I am a plant-based eater while my family eats the standard American diet, so I could live off of beans and rice, and I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, so I try and keep variety down there, and I try and keep things that can work into different recipes. So my goal really is to just be creative in the kitchen. We of course stock up on not just food items, but medications and so much more. So without further ado, I'm gonna get you turned around and show you what I got this week. Here is everything laid out. I got Sprouts here and the farmer's market over here. If you don't have Sprouts, I'm so sorry. Whole Foods or Natural Grocers would be something similar to that. I'm actually from the East Coast. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I just cannot think of, any grocery stores close to this unless you have like a local co-op or farm stand or something like that. So I apologize. If you're from the East Coast, maybe you can think of something closely related to Sprouts if you're familiar with both stores. But all right. Every single week is different here on the channel. We like to stock up on a variety of things, trying to cover different bases, but fermented food is one of them. So organic sauerkraut is key. I love sauerkraut. I probably eat it every other day, if not every day. We love it just plain. You could put it on a sandwich. You could keep it next to some mashed potatoes. That's really good, and biscuits. But sauerkraut's a good one to have on hand. That and kimchi. We always have some sort of fermented food in our Prepper Pantry. Really great for gut health. Next up is going to be organic unsalted tahini. I make a lot of dips, hummuses, things of that nature, and tahini is key. I really, really enjoy the flavor of this. I always get the organic variety, and it's really inexpensive at Sprouts. It has a great shelf life, and if you're not familiar with the flavor, definitely taste it out before you go ahead and take a big spoonful. It can be quite bitter, but I enjoy it with salad dressings the most, I'd say. It adds a really great flavor. So tahini, awesome. Next up is going to be cornmeal. I've just been looking around at some food shortages lately, and I think corn is definitely going to be up there, so I'm stocking up while I can. This was 99 cents a bag this week, so I grabbed 2. I'm probably going to put these in some glass jars and make sure they are sealed so we can use them for longer storage. But we honestly do eat a lot of cornbread, so this might last us, you know, in the next 2 years, if that makes sense. Over here we have beans. I do canned beans, dry beans, whatever one you want to do. I try and get low sodium organic beans, so I got pinto beans. I love pinto beans in enchiladas and veggie burgers, chilies, curries. Beans are so versatile if you can stomach them. A lot of people cannot digest them properly. So I eat a lot of beans. I am lucky and fortunate enough to have a strong stomach when it comes to beans and things like that. We also got black beans, same as pinto. We use them not for just one recipe, but typically we are loving them in sweet potato and black bean chili, sweet potato, black bean burger patties, and things of that nature. If you're curious about any of my recipes, I have a recipes playlist, and we like to keep it pretty healthy / cheap on the channel. So if you're into that, go ahead and check out that playlist. Next up, Dr. Bronner's soap was on from $13.99 down to $6.99. A little bit goes a long way. Literally half of a teaspoon really does wonders. It is 18-in-1 and then some. Eucalyptus is something that I like to use when it comes to household cleaners and things of that nature. Sometimes you can even clean vegetables with it, whereas the lavender is more of my botanicals, so shampoos, lotions, soaps, things like that. That's just how I like the flavors. Of course, everyone uses things differently, so definitely go ahead and check Dr. Bronner's out. They have a great mission, I think, and they have a great product for a concentrate, in my opinion. So Dr. Bronner's is key in my prepper pantry just because it is so versatile. Next up, I love Sprouts because of their bulk bins, and I tend to get spices, but I got those 2 weeks ago, so I'm over here now with some elderberry. Elderberry is great for your immune system. There's many things you can do with elderberry. I like to typically, use mine in like an elderberry syrup. A lot of people make it differently, so it's up to you. I also have chamomile right here, which I like to use in teas. I grow my own, but it is nice to just have some extra on hand. And then I have fenugreek. Fenugreek you can use as a spice, but it's also a great support when breastfeeding. I am not pregnant or breastfeeding right now, but you never know. This stores really well, and I'd like to keep some things on hand for the future. Next up is going to be the farm stand haul. I have all of my seeds here, and they were buy one, get one. I try and get different seeds every week, and this week I wanted to get squash seeds. So we have some sweet meat. I can't get over that. We have red curry, I could be wrong with that. Honey boat and Lakota. Lakota is like one of my favorite squashes, but buy one, get one. This will be really nice for our seed stock. And then over here, if you can consider this a prepper pantry item, I mean, I personally can, but that's just me. Stocking up on vegetables when they're in season so you can preserve them. I'm going to do a little bit of canning and a little bit of freezing here, but we got some tomatoes, bell pepper, and onion and garlic. So we're gonna do homemade rotel as well as homemade salsa. Very easy. It's basically the same recipe. One's chopped a little finer than the other. I also picked up some jars here. These are actually $5. Where is the ticket here? There it is. Pint jars, $5. So I grabbed a whole box of these, and then she sells the lids separately. So I think it's great. I love supporting local farm stands. Usually this in store would be so expensive, but you know, it's up to you. I know a lot of people like only ball, and it really depends, but I enjoy canning. I love preserving food, and to be honest, our garden just did not yield that much this season when it came to tomatoes. Eventually we will get some more probably in September, and that's when I'll start doing some more canning for my sauces and things like that. But right now we're gonna do a round of salsas and rotel. I'm excited about that. And then last but not least, I actually picked up some distilled vinegar. That's on sale at Kroger this week if you have one of these. It's a King Soopers out here in Colorado, but I picked up 2 of these. For vinegar, it has many uses like Dr. Bronner's, but I'm using it when I'm canning items, and I use it for cleaning. So whenever I get a jug or a vessel that I can reuse, like a glass jar or a plastic bottle, I'm cleaning it out thoroughly with some of this soap here and a little bit of hot water, and then I kind of let this vinegar sit in that jar so I can clean it out a little better. But it's really up to you. I think vinegar has so many uses. I have a ton of it in my prepper pantry, but that is just me. All right, that is it. It is a small but mighty haul. Again, if you're new here, go ahead and check out that emergency preparedness playlist because we have so many hauls in there from so many different stores. Some of my other favorites are Sam's Club and Dollar Tree. Really depends on the budget that week and what we're stocking up on. So I hope you enjoyed this one and it gave you some inspiration. All right, it is bright and I know this is not a prepper pantry haul, but I can't wait any longer to show you what has arrived. We are so excited to show you our new little family members. So let me get you turned around and show you them. So if you're following me on Instagram, then you already know, but this is Winifred and Banks, Winnie for short. We picked Hocus Pocus names this time. They really love munching on leafy greens in the water. They are so cute. They're 4 days old and we are just loving them. They are Welsh Harlequin little duckies. And we are just loving them. They make a great pair with the chicks, and I will show you them here in a second. But the kids are loving the ducks, and so are we. So here's our little surprise and our new family members. Mama. All right, and here are the chicks. We let them free range quite often during the day. They just kind of run around when they want, but they're getting huge. Dolly Parton, of course, is the biggest one, and she seems to be like the leader of the pack. I introduced the ducks to them, of course, supervised, and Dolly puffed up her chest and got in front of all the other chicks, kind of like she was protecting them. So, yeah. Mama, you want to show them your chickies? I heard it. Okay, well, you could try. They're hard to catch, right? So, yeah, we are just loving them, of course, and yeah, they're doing great. So that is our little surprise. I just wanted to show you the duckies quick. The ducks are very curious as well, and you should look up their breed because they're just so beautiful when they grow up too. We are very, very excited and just fortunate that we are able to stay home this year. I just wanted to jump on here and say how fortunate I am to stay home and make these memories this year with the kids. I think it's going to be an amazing year, and I'm excited to take you along for the ride. I did want to mention this. I ended up stocking up on a ton of cornstarch because it was on sale at Kroger too. And we use cornstarch in the kitchen, but we also like making little sensory bins with the muffin tins from Dollar Tree. And if you didn't know, which I'm sure most of you do, cornstarch, when you mix it with water, it forms like a solid in your hand. I don't know if we have any left here. And then you can pick it up as a solid, and then it kind of mixes in with a liquid. So that's something that you could stock up on, because in the event of an emergency or maybe job loss, you won't really have the funds to be getting super fun gadgets for the kids, which honestly they don't really need. But a little goes a long way when you're creative with some ingredients that you have in the kitchen. So I just wanted to add this in here. I know a lot of us are past our kid years, but I am in the thick of it and just loving every minute. So cornstarch on sale at Kroger this week. Okay, everyone, that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this Prepper Pantry haul. I encourage you to think outside of the box, shop all of those sales and awesome clearance. There's just so many opportunities for you out there. If you are experiencing any type of food insecurity in your home, please dial your local 211. Reach out to your local churches, schools, food banks, anywhere you can to get food. There are resources out there. If you're uncomfortable with doing any of that, please email me and I will do my best to try and help you to find something in your area to get you some food security in your home. Please don't forget to head on over to Tiffany's channel. Her video and all of that good stuff is linked in the description box down below. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.
Well, something happens in my mind, and every time I try to leave, you're keeping me occupied. I'm losing track of time. I'm losing track of time. Sometimes love is a thought we held too long. Sometimes it's alright just to be a little wrong, with no sense of consequence, the strength to carry on. The day breaks in the darkest place right before the dawn. So if you ever lie awake with situations in your mind, and you try to sleep it off, but night keeps on passing by, you're losing track of time. Losing track of time. Sometimes love is a reason to hold on, blowing like a hurricane right inside